pictures.
Okay, I am Bison Stambe, popularly known as Maestro, founder of the brand 44 Pictures and 44 Global Outreach Foundation, based in Cameroon, headquarters in Boya. Oh, my childhood, the things I like, and the environment that influenced me. As a child, I grew up in the French side of the country. You know, Cameroon is a bilingual country. I grew up in Yaoundé. I did my primary education in Limbe and later on moved to Yaoundé, where I started my professional life. I don't want to take it detailedly. Finally, I came to settle in Boya for now. Talking about the environment that influenced my life so far, I can say when you look at me, the fact that I am an Anglophone, but when you look at my lifestyle, I have the Francophone, the Frenchman kind of lifestyle because I grew up in Yaoundé, and I think the environment influenced my life so much because when you look at the way I dressed, you hardly see me putting on a material trouser. I'm always in jean t-shirts, and that's the lifestyle of a Frenchman. And I think that one has really influenced my lifestyle. But it's positive though, because it makes me to bring out the real me. What will I say photography is in plain terms? Photography, let's start with the definition of photography. Photography is painting with light. And there are so many definitions of photography. So many people define photography in their own way. To me, I can say photography, it's art. Yeah, it's art combined with physics. Yeah, photography, it's art. It does not have one definition. Yeah, to me, photography is big. And I usually say photography is me. Photography is you. Photography is the way you see photography. So to me, photography is an art. What inspired me to venture into the photography business? I can say I've always loved painting. I've always loved drawing when I was growing up. But even though I was not really good at that, I had this burning desire within me to pass a message through painting and through drawing. But I was not really a good painter. So when I discovered photography, I was like, wow, this is a medium where I can better express myself, express that image that I have within me. I can put it out in my own way. So I think when I discovered it, it became a passion, and the love for it made me to take it where I am today. So photography is a passion. My early beginning, I can say my journey as a photographer has not been a pleasant one, I can say. It has not been a smooth one. I started my journey as a photographer in the early 2016 when I met this one of Cameroonian's finest photographer, Penjo Baba. I met him in 2016. I've been hearing a lot about him. So I met him in 2016, where I worked with him for, I think the whole of 2016 I worked with Penjo Baba, and I had to leave him in the early 2017, I think January 2017, when I realized I could make it on my own. So that's where I started the journey of the 44 pictures. And since then, it was not really easy starting up as someone who had nothing. I can remember after leaving my mentor, I what I was doing during that time, I usually go I usually rent a camera, 20,500 francs CFA, and I will rent the camera, look for models, sponsor a shoot. By then, I didn't have a studio. I was doing mostly outdoor photo shoots. Sponsor a shoot. We'll go out. By then, I had models, like not really models, but celebrities like Lino Lovett. We had Blessing Obiora. We had Malvis Ann. Those were the people who modeled for me in my early beginning. And we'll go out. I will take these photos, come, sit, edit the photos, put them on my social media, promote the pictures. And this, my friend, my friends that I was working with, they were asking me like, what kind of a man are you? You spend your money, rent a camera, go out, do a photo shoot, you edit them, put them on social media. At the end of the day, you go home empty-handed. What I usually tell them was, I'm not seeing the today. I'm planting for tomorrow. And believe me, this is part of what I was planting, because I am heading somewhere. I am not where the picture of where I was seeing 44. I think I'm heading there. So apart from those difficult moments, me trying to get a camera, I think I got my first camera, still that 2017, from another colleague, Stanley Mickey, Nikon D60. So I bought my first Nikon from him, which I really want to say a big thank you to Stanley Mickey, because he showed me so many things as far as photography is concerned. And working from there, working with those my friends, I opened my first studio. It was just a room. It was a small room, just like this, my office, which the dressing room was inside, my office was inside, the studio was inside, something for about 3 by 4 meters. So I struggled taking photos there. And from there, I moved to another location. And like challenges and difficulties along the way, I've had a lot of challenges. The first one, which I don't want to talk about, was a frame up where some friends had to send a lady, a model, to ask for exchange of a photo shoot with sex. During that time in 2017, where screenshots were all over the place. So she was chatting with me on WhatsApp, and she wanted me to accept that I was going to do her a free photo shoot in exchange of me having her. But at the end of the day, this chat lasted for, I think, about 2 weeks. At the end of the day, I don't know how it happened, but I believe it's God. This lady had to text me with a different number, confessing, saying 2 of my colleagues tried to set me up using her because they wanted screenshot so as to tarnish my image on social media. So I just said, this can only be God. So after that year, I think that's one of the coup I had in 2017. In 2018, I think I had another coup. I had another issue where we're being attacked in my studio. By then, the studio was in my house. It was an apartment. I was using my sitting room as the studio. So we're doing a shoot. It was a fashion shoot for one designer, JS Designs. We're I think about 9 of us in the studio that evening. We had Lino Lovett, Malvis Ann, Yimga Stephanie, with Malvis Ann's PA, and a few other people, and a makeup artist, Minami Makeovers. We did an outdoor shoot, which later on we moved to the studio in the evening to do an indoor shoot. So it was around 7 p.m. It was around 7 p.m. when this group of guys of about six of them walked into the studio all masked and had weapons. Like it was like we were in a movie. We were on a movie set. Guns, cutlasses. They entered and they had everybody on the floor. Took everything. Like they took our phones. Took the only phone that was left was I think Malvis Ann's phones, because when we left the outdoor, we got to the studio. She was charging her phone inside my room, which that's the only phone that was not taken away by the guys. So they took my hard drive, took my laptop, break my screen, scatter everything in the studio. They carried everything. I think this was one of the biggest coup that I've had in my entire life. Like I almost gave up. Like I saw the whole world falling on me. This thing happened, I think in January. Imagine me working the whole of November, December. As a photographer, these are the periods where we do weddings. I think I had about 15 to 16 weddings shot that year, and these guys carried all these weddings in those hard drives, carried everything. Like I said, I nearly died, but by the grace of God, I had to start all over again, and here we are again today. And I think that same year, 2019, I had another coup. Yeah, this one is in 2019, where a fake 44 just surfaced from nowhere. Somebody who said he was 44, pictures, a fake 44. He was going around asking for girls to register as models and asking the girls to send their nude photos. It wasn't that easy, but I thank God for his intervention, and today we are here. So it has not been an easy journey. How has photography changed my career? And before getting into photography, did I have any career journey? Yes, before venturing into photography, I used to be a musician. I used to be a singer, a songwriter, and which I'm still a musician. When photography came, I found pleasure doing photography. At times, I usually define my photography like my passion for photography is like doing that thing you love and being paid for doing that thing. It's just like somebody who loves eating. They'll call you to come and eat, and they pay you to eat. Oh, the secret behind my beautiful photos. I can say I don't have any secret. I study a lot. I follow a lot of photographers, be it the upcoming photographers and those that have been in the game. And I try not to be like them, because I have this saying that I usually say: copy 100% and paste 25 or 30%. Like, you don't copy somebody and you try to do like that person, because try to be you. Copy, get the idea, because whatever we are doing here on earth is something that has been done by someone else. We just get the idea and we try to bring it our own way. So I think what brings out the beauty, or what makes me special, or what makes me different from other photographers is the fact that I try to leave a little bit of me in every photograph that I take. Every shot I take, I leave a little bit of me. And to me, it's not all about it's not all about just taking a photo. A photo has to tell a story. A photo has to you have to see a photo today and you want to see that same photo tomorrow. So my secret is just study the camera lens, the camera itself, the brand, or its fancy nature. None of the above. What makes a good photographer is the person behind the equipment. Yeah, at times we tend to say the equipment too counts. Yeah, The equipment counts because a camera with a 12 megapixel camera can never compare with a 54 megapixel camera. Yeah, the equipment to count, but 95% of what is being done, or 95% of the job, is the person behind. Because you can still call yourself a photographer, and they give you one of the best camera, and at the end of the day you don't deliver. So it's not all about, it's not the lens, it's not the camera, it's not the logo, it's not the fancy, but it's the person behind the camera. Do I have a favorite in any of my shots? So far I can say my best picture is yet to be taken. I know it sounds funny. Yeah, at times I take photos and people are like, wow, this is the picture. But I think as a creative photographer, and somebody who really wants to make it into photography, I think that picture, I'm still to take that snapshot, I'm still to make that photograph. Okay, starting up as a beginner, the things I wish I knew, there are so many, but I think I will just point out a few. I wish when I started as a photographer, I wish I knew that we could make a good photo with just one light. Yeah, when I started as a photographer, I thought a good photo, you need like 6, 7, or 8 lights on set. I didn't know with just a speed light and a reflector, you can take an amazing shot. When I started photography, I thought it was all about the equipment. So I was buying. I didn't spend my time to study the art side of photography. I didn't spend my time to study the business side of photography. I thought it was just when somebody enters your studio, they see you having one of the best camera. My mind was just for me to have one of the best cameras. So growing up as a photographer, I now know there is more into it than just having the equipment. What do I think about the IPA, the International Photo Arena Award? I can say it's a very good platform and I can say as an individual, me personally, this award has opened so many doors. Before I became the best West African photographer of the year 2020, I'm not sure my work were being seen in Ghana. And when this award came up, I was nominated, and by the grace of God, I was nominated the best African photographer in 2020. And this platform has helped me to open so many doors in Ghana. I have many photographers, upcoming photographers and other big photographers from Ghana writing me, getting to ask how I do my work. I have followers. I have many followers from Ghana on Instagram and Facebook. And I think it's a very good platform for stakeholders to get in, because it will get you to be known out there. It will sell you out there. So I think IPA has a place, and it's a very good place for upcoming photographers, and not only photographers, models, designers, entrepreneurs, journalists, entertainers as a whole should take part in the International Photo Arena Award. 44 Pictures.